Hello, my lovelies. I hope the sound isn't off or anything. I'm in the room today. I have a backdrop now, and I have a little like stand, so it's kind of cool. So yeah, I've just been like working on like trying to make it as professional YouTube as possible. So I'm gonna see how this is and if this is the best place and all of that. So I'm just it's kind of like in the new stages, so I'm trying to figure out what's best, you know. Okay, so let's get into it. I want to really make this video about exactly what endometriosis is, the causes of it, common symptoms, who it affects, and possible treatment for it. It's not something that you can really, there's like not a cure for it. It's something that is basically managed, but we'll get into that. So what is endometriosis? Endometriosis is when the endometrium, which is basically like tissue that it's similar to the tissue that lines your uterus, and that tissue is actually growing on the outside of your uterus. It's not limited to your uterus though. It can grow on your ovaries, your fallopian tubes. It can grow on all the little things that are holding your uterus in place. It can grow on so many other organs. And it's a disease, it's an actual condition, it's a medical condition. I mentioned in my last video it affects about over 176 million women, roughly in the world, and about 8.5 million in the US alone, which roughly comes out to about 1 to 10 women in the world are affected with endo, and there could possibly be more. Yeah, it is not limited to just those places though. It can grow in your bladder, where your bowels are, your rectum. In really rare cases, it can even grow on your skin, your lungs, your brain. Those are the rare cases. It's not really common, but this disease is common. It's something that affects a lot of people. 1 in 10 is a lot of people, so a lot of women. It's one of the top 3 causes for infertility. Doesn't mean you cannot have children with it. If you're diagnosed with endo, it doesn't mean, oh, you cannot have children. But for your particular case, you have to know what stage you have and where you're at with it, depending on if you can have children or not. And, oh, also, for most women, it takes 7 years to get a correct diagnosis. So for the average woman, it takes 7 years to even get diagnosed with this disease, and that's unfortunate. That's one of the biggest things that needs to change. That and actually curing it are the top biggest things that need to really be on the forefront of what needs to be brought to the attention of America, attention of the world. Something that's in your head. It's a real thing. The main symptoms, well, I'm not going to say main symptoms. The symptoms vary from person to person, from stage to stage. There's 4 stages of endo, and symptoms a person can experience while having endo: painful bowel movements, painful urination, pain with sex, sharp pelvic pain, chronic pelvic pain, fatigue, diarrhea, constipation, bloating. Those are all big. Lower back pain, and I have back issues, so I'm curious to find out if endometriosis, my endo, has something related into that. It would be interesting to find out, because it my back could be doing well one day, and once my pain from endometriosis, once I have a flare up for the day, that it directly affects my back. It's insane. I've been paying attention to it for the past week and a half, and I'm like, oh my god, every time I have a flare up with my endo, my back is dying. So I wonder if they're correlated, especially since endo can grow pretty much anywhere in your body. I wonder if it's growing back there, but I don't want to assume it is. So it would be interesting to like find out what that's about. Causes. There are several different things that could be a cause as to why you have endo. Okay, one potential cause could be just your genes, your genetics. Another cause, which I found interesting, could be issues in development while you're in utero, when you're an embryo. So, who knows? And the third is just other random miscellaneous causes. They don't like to specifically say that stress is a cause, which I understand why. You don't want to say, oh, I'm so stressed, it brought my endo out. Like, now, as you're diagnosed with it, stress has a huge factor in your pain. Sometimes if you're really stressed out, like I am currently planning a wedding and that stresses me out. So the days I actually sit down to plan it, endometriosis brings me back down. But when I sit down to actually plan it, that aggravates my endo. So there's been days where I'm like, can we just elope? Like, I'm over it. I'm over it. Forget it. So that's interesting. But, you have to learn to manage it, because that's just one instance in my life where there's stress. So what about other things that are just totally unavoidable? A job, a baby, things like that. I can't really just say, oh, screw it. I want to abandon it because it gives me stress. You know what I mean? So that's, a big factor in your pain. Treatment. 4 ways to treat. Well, let me take that back. There's only really one way to treat endo. The other 3 things I'm going to mention are ways to deal with the symptoms of endo. They do not treat it. Taking Motrin does not treat your endo. It does not make your endo go away. So the actual only way to treat it and to be diagnosed with it is laparoscopy. Yeah. And I know how to pronounce it, but for some reason, like, saying it out loud, I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, that surgery is called the excision surgery. And, hold on. Okay. My father-in-law was just talking to my sister-in-law, and her room's, like, right next door, so I didn't want you guys to hear, I don't know. So that surgery is basically excision surgery. When we excise something, basically cutting it out. So when you get that surgery, I really have to learn how to pronounce that because that's going to irritate me. Basically, you are cutting the endo out. That one is the best. Now, there's this thing called ablation or ablation, and that's where you burn it, and that one has a lower success rate of endo coming back. You burn it, you have over 40% chance of it coming back. The other 3 things treat symptoms: medication, other types of methods, and contraceptives. The first one, medication. Basically leave ibuprofen. I have ibuprofen right now, which is Motrin. 600s, and they don't do anything. And then while I'm having back pain, they really don't do anything. It's like, which one does my body take care of, that pain or the back pain? And it's a 50-50 each time I take ibuprofen. I could be taking it for my back and then it helps my front, and then be taking it for my front and then it helps my back. So it's the toss up. Other methods, I just thought about it. My heating pad helps a lot. Diet and nutrition. People are going gluten-free for it. I've been looking up a lot on Pinterest, like gluten-free just things in the store and gluten-free meals and stuff like that. So eventually that's something I'm going to try. So right now I'm just incorporating like a few things into my diet. Drinking more water because I really don't drink water and it's not good at all. And eating less dairy, eating less sugar, or just like picking and choosing is what I'm doing right now. Is it worth the pain later, or am I just gonna have to deal with it, Exercise, which when you're in a lot of pain, that's kind of like the last thing you want to do is exercise, and sometimes exercising causes pain, so it depends on the person, honestly. I do want to eventually go swimming and things like that, and once those things do come into fruition, I will kind of take you guys on that journey with me and let you know how it affects the pain. Some people do acupuncture, and I didn't know this. Some people, I guess, go to a chiropractor too for it. So it just depends. Aromatherapy, things like that. The last one is contraceptive. So my doctor put me on birth control, and it's actually kind of helped for now. But I've been on birth control before. I've been on Implanon, which was okay, but kind of sucked. It made my headaches worse than they already are. And then I wouldn't have my period, so it was good for like pain and with my menstrual. But then I just felt more headaches and more like heart palpitations. So I attributed that to the Implanon because I'd never had that before. So I told him to take it out because I wasn't going to deal with that. Sorry, my back's hurting and my front is hurting, but because my back is hurting more, I have to adjust. Okay. Damn, I forgot where I was. So anyway, I've been on that and I've been on the shot. The shot was the worst thing ever for me. I did that a few years ago, and I ended up having a 8-week long period. And if I hadn't gotten help from my mother's doctor, I probably would literally still be having my period. It didn't let up and it was heavy and it sucked and I wanted to kill everything. So, yeah, I don't recommend. Pretty much every person in my own life that I've talked to about the shot, about Depo, they've regretted it. So, I don't advise it, but to each their own. I'm on the pill right now. Done the pill before, but I always wanted something longer term because I forget to take it. But because of this, I've been on it for 2 weeks now, and I only forgot to take it one day, so I have my alarm set for it. Surgery is the only way to diagnose endometriosis. I've never had surgery, unless you count taking my wisdom teeth out, which I don't count because I was put on laughing gas. I don't count. That was a hot mess. If I can find those pictures, I think I will put them up. They're really hilarious. I've never had surgery, so for someone who's never had surgery, it's kind of scary to learn that you literally have to get this to fully diagnose that this is what you have. It's the only way to diagnose it, and it is the only way to receive the best possible treatment for your condition. For whatever stage, whatever symptoms you have, it is the best plan of action is to get that surgery. No matter how scary that is to hear, it is what it is. And when you have this kind of pain, you're willing to do damn near everything to get it away, to get that pain gone. If you have people telling you in your life that the pain you're experiencing is normal and to get over it, you're a woman, we deal with this, don't go for that. I went through that for years in my life. And what sucks is I can't blame anyone for telling me that or to say those things to me, because endometriosis is gaining more attention now and it's still not known. So think about 10 years ago, 5 years ago. No one really knew what it was then. So I can't blame anyone in my life who ever said those things. It was hurtful at the time and it was hurtful to think back on. But I can't fault anyone for that. I can fault a few doctors. If they knew what endo was at the time, you'd think they would know, but you know. But I can't fault anyone in my life, family, friends, or anything like that, which I don't think I ever had any friends that I was really personal about those kinds of things with. But if your pain is incredible, it's to the point where you don't want to leave, you don't want to get out of bed, you physically can't get out of bed. You can't go to work, you can't go to school, you're fearful of having sex, you're fearful of doing certain things because it's going to aggravate your pain. You need to see a doctor. I'm not going to diagnose you because I'm not a doctor, but you definitely need to see a doctor. It's not normal. That's not normal. So just like staying in your bed for 12 hours a day, 16 hours a day isn't normal, having severe pain that handicaps you is not normal. Please, I urge you, please see a doctor. I thought it was normal and I've dealt with this since 18. It's not normal. Again, endometriosis is common. It's not a rare thing. It's not something in your head. It is a common thing that plenty of women go through, enough to where it's called a disease and a condition and something like that, you know? That's done. On a lighter note, well, not really a lighter note, but thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Please continue to like and subscribe. I appreciate it. It makes me happy. I like seeing my phone all the time when I post a video or see any updates. I also have a Facebook page. I should know the name of that, right? Journey with Lex. It's the same. It has my face plastered on it for the little thing on Facebook. I forgot what it's called, the picture. This month is chronic pain awareness month, I believe. Endometriosis awareness is in March, so in March I'm gonna be like, oh, yellow every day. The colors for that are yellow, and then for this month it's purple. I do have a purple background, and I'll probably do that in the next video. I meant to do this video sooner, but I got frustrated and I like got in my head too much about it. Like, who's really gonna want to listen to me? Like, who's gonna really want to hear this girl like, woe is me, you know? Who really wants to do that? And it's not about that. It's honestly about awareness. I don't want any attention for myself. It's because I care, and like I said in the last video, if I could just help one girl see this and be like, yeah, you know, or one person feel some sort of connection to me because they have what I have, that means the world to me, and it gives a community of people to talk. I had two people, one person from high school, which I knew she had some things. So many things I need to tell you guys in this video. So she contacted me, and I was like, oh my god, I only knew that she had PCOS, but I didn't know she had endo, and that was crazy. And I had a former coworker message me and tell me her ordeal, and it's crazy. You find out things about people that you never knew. You never knew they even struggled with this, and just the amount of love I've gotten from people I haven't talked to like in years, or people that I've kept in touch with, and just the overwhelming support and love that I've gotten from people in my life. You know, you still have some people that are like, roll their eyes, but it's been more love. I can't thank and praise you enough. It means so much to me, and this week was hard because I really was I felt defeated, and so I just had to. I ran and got these yesterday, the little backdrops I have, and I was like, I have to make this. I have to do it. I look terrible. My hair is a mess, but it's the truth. This is what I actually look like right now, and I'm in pain, and you know, it is what it is. So I'm just happy for the outreach and the support. The support means so much, and I do eventually want to maybe bring those people on if they are okay with it. If you do have endo, please contact me. Message me, comment, or message me on Facebook. It doesn't matter. I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm hurting right now, guys. I'm doing the best I can, so forgive me. Like I said, I will keep you guys updated with, eventually we're trying to move out and things like that. So, I'll let you guys know about my diet when it does change, and exercise and things like that. Oh, the other thing I wanted to update you guys was that my biopsy will be this month instead of October. So my biopsy is on the 21st with the same doctor. She had an opening. I called to see if I could do it earlier because I really just wanted to do the surgery as soon as possible. With me not currently doing anything working-wise or school-wise, I kind of want to get that surgery out the way so I can recover and then head off to school or head off to work, whatever comes first. Like I said, please like and subscribe. Feel free to share. I love it. I love seeing it get spread. And I think that's it. Peace and love to all of you. And have a great rest of the week. my little lovelies, my little endo warriors. So that's it really. So have a good one. Thanks. Bye.